Episode 13 of Frieren. This episode is what the whole point of the show is. How they consistently preach one simple thing, and that is defined by one sentence. There are two translations. One is, don't dwell on the past when you have the present. The other one is what Himo says. I'm talking about the story you have right now. This continuous statement is Frieren's regret in the show, and is encapsulated by Himo and her relationship. In this show thus far, it is apparent that Frieren is always thinking, not of the present, but her voyage, her interests, things of that nature really. By episode, Frieren is remembering specific details that Himo has done for her, and realize the gravity, the significance of that moment. In this episode, it mainly targets one specific person in the village named Sian. And Sian is essentially a guy that's stumped in the past, feels as if it's too late for him, that it's been 10 years and he can't do anything. And how this came about was because of a friend, and how he didn't accept his friend, even though he could have. And 10 years have gone by, and his friend that made a promise to him that he would return and get him has not come back yet. As Frieren's party shows up, they see the magical power that Sian has and wants to recruit him, of course. But no matter how many times they ask, he would always say no. His brother is a great pillar for the stay of him, because of Hyder offered him and his brother a position, but his brother declined for the sake of memory of his brother. The conscious thinking of this guy made him stay in town, even though he did not want to. Overthinking and waiting and expecting something to happen is what caused the priest not to go for it and look for his friend. Expecting something without doing anything, nothing will change. This simple antidote that Frieren expresses and the attachment to his brother is what causes the priest to change his mind. Why this episode is so important to the series is because it expresses the only way for someone to truly cherish the moment in time is by being present. This is what this episode is conveying, as Himo said. Don't dwell on the past when you have the present. But it's also a double-edged sword. Why this is a double-edged sword is because while you being in the past, there is no way for you to move forward with your life. While the priest could have made cherished moments if he had chosen to go with his friend, Frieren had chosen to go. By Frieren choosing to go, she chose to escape from the chain of being in the past and move forward. This showcases the have and could have of these two characters, of Frieren and Sian. Sian could have had memories of his party and escape from the chain of the past. But Frieren, she escaped that chain and moved on from the past and went forward. Why this episode is really important is because of these reasons, is to not be chained by the past, but be chained by the present.